respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. You ever had to wish somebody well because they didn't know how to value your time? You ever had to wish somebody well because they discovered you that day? You ever had to wish somebody well and truly pray for them in the most healthiest way when they try to discourage you? You ever had to wish somebody well and hope they find themselves to better themselves in the most healthiest way and you wasn't trying to discourage nobody that day? You ever had to wish somebody well because they put you in secret competition with you at the end of the day? And you wanted them to become their best self version of themselves when you wanted everybody around you to elevate? You ever had to wish somebody well when they didn't know how to respect you? Or because of the fact that you recognize your smile to mentally go within, not to make yourself mentally disabled, dysfunctional at the end of the day, let alone become your own worst enemy? You ever had to wish somebody well when they didn't know how to love you properly? You ever had to wish somebody well when they tried to discourage you at the end of the day because they didn't know how to value your time and day? They had so much excuses why they didn't know how to show up for you. You ever had to wish somebody well because they didn't recognize their confidence and they try to make you lack confidence within yourself when it came to your self-esteem? You ever had to wish somebody well? Wishing somebody well, wow. When they try to dim your light, they made you feel like you had to question yourself, how you go in the right direction. When God was showing up when you least expected, that you are worthy, don't dim your light today. But always wish somebody well at the end of the day, hoping they find peace within to better themselves, to understand their transition. The energy is different. When you truly mean what you say what you mean at the end of the day. You wasn't trying to lose yourself at the end of the day. You was willing to better yourself to recognize that you are worthy, not to live in fear. When someone tried to discourage you that day, but you was just wishing them well at the end of the day in their own lane, hoping they find their best self vision of themselves in the most healthiest way. You ever had to wish somebody well because they didn't know how to find peace within? They didn't understand patience when it meant to go within. But they try to discourage you at the end of the day. But you still wish somebody well at the end of the day the most healthiest way. Wow. Loving yourself, not dimming your light. Showing up for yourself in the most healthiest way. To brighten your day when God's showing you the right way. The energy is different. It's a thought process for me. Not everybody's meant to be part of your journey at the end of the day. So you're allowing yourself to wish somebody well at the end of the day that, wow, God gave you the confidence that was installed within you at the end of the day, not to discourage your neighbor with pain and trauma at the end of the day. Because everybody's not meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay. You matter and you are worthy. Don't give up on yourself in an unhealthy way. You went from a non-believer to a believer that you are worthy. Allowing yourself to smile within and it shows on the outside. They would never understand the obstacles that was placed in front of you that was supposed to mistreat you, misuse you, abuse you at the end of the day. How God was truly protecting you, showing you at the end of the day while God is closing certain doors for you to show you at the end of the day, to show you your reality, that better days are ahead. You matter, you're worthy when you knew how to wish somebody well. You knew how to wish somebody well when you couldn't see for yourself. You knew how to wish somebody well when you knew how to love yourself at the end of the day to become your best self vision of yourself. Trauma and pain was indulged within you from a child point of view and it went into your adulthood, but you still knew how to wish somebody well at the end of the day in the most healthiest way. You wasn't going against your neighbor. You was truly for your neighbor, but your neighbor tried to dim your light at the end of the day, but you knew how to wish somebody well. They would never understand the confidence that God installed within you at the end of the day. It wasn't about likes and views at the end of the day. It was your reality. It was your existence at the end of the day that you are worthy. But you knew how to wish somebody well. When they had to throw spell work at you in a toxic way, make you mentally unfunctionable, but you still knew how to wish somebody well. I hope you see your best self vision of yourself one day, neighbor, to find peace within, to adjust your mindset, discouraging innocent people playing victim at the end of the day, wishing somebody well. You ever wish somebody well when they try to dim your light when it came to your faith? You ever wish somebody well when they said that you was a non-believer when it came to your dreams becoming your reality and God ain't going to show up for you? You ever wish somebody well, not to discourage them or kick them down? And I say that respectfully. You ever wish somebody well? Realizing at the end of the day, we all don't tie our shoe the same, but I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. And I said what I said. It's a thought process for me. Wishing somebody well. When they try to make you feel like you had lack of confidence at the end of the day, they try to dim you, like to discourage you. At the end of the day, you still knew how to wish somebody well. You ever wish somebody well? When they took your kindness for weakness to portray you to be somebody that you're truly not? Because you knew how to love you? And you actually smiled on the inside and showed on the outside how the obstacles that was placed in front of you was supposed to make you dysfunctional, and they threw spur work at you in a toxic way, and you still kept going at the end of the day? You know how to wish somebody well? Being grateful at the end of the day, how certain folks was placed in your life at the end of the day to discourage you, but you were still able to wish somebody well. It's a thought process to me. Loving yourself is not a crime. Wishing somebody well at the end of the day, not to dim they light or let alone discourage them, because God allowed you to see your faith. They would never understand the obstacles that was placed in front of you, how you was able and willing to choose you, and still to wish somebody well when they try to discourage you in the most unhealthiest way. You were supposed to be your own worst enemy, but God was truly showing you the way that you are worthy, and you still knew how to wish somebody well. They said that you lack love, you lack confidence at the end of the day, but you was just in your own lane, elevating, minding your business. You knew how to go within, and they try to discourage you at the end of the day, but you still knew how to wish somebody well, being your authentic self. You didn't have malicious intentions at the end of the day, regardless of your vocabulary, and I say that respectfully. You still knew how to wish somebody well when you didn't have malicious intentions, and they would never understand God's plan for you, that you are worthy. Don't get discouraged today, wishing somebody well, when they didn't want you to recognize your hope that God installed within you, how truly smart you truly are, the strength that God installed within you, not to give up or let alone be a victim. They wouldn't discourage you in the most healthiest way, but you still knew how to wish somebody well. You matter, you are worthy. My content ain't for everybody, and I say that respectfully. When you're your biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, you're rooting yourself on. When they try to dim your light, you still knew how to wish somebody well in the most healthiest way. Not allowing yourself to let yourself go because someone didn't know how to meet you halfway. Wishing somebody well. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be your authentic self, and I say that respectfully, and especially when you don't have malicious intentions. Be mindful when judging a book by its cover, neighbor. It's a thought process to me. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Someone would try to discourage you at the end of the day, but you matter, you're worthy, especially when you show up as your authentic self and you ain't trying to hurt nobody. That energy hits different. It's a thought process to me. You're not projecting that into the universe to bring hurt and pain towards an innocent person. Let alone you ain't out here playing victim. That energy is different when you truly self-reflect and mentally go within to understand that you are worthy. And you're not out here being fake at the end of the day. You matter and you are worthy. Don't get discouraged because someone doesn't have confidence and they lack self-awareness at the end of the day. When you wasn't trying to project negative energy, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, you matter and you're worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime. Healing trauma and pain at the end of the day would never be an overnight process, but you matter and you are worthy. Now your genuine love, respect. I am the original owner of all my content, and I say that respectfully. Never get discouraged because someone tries to dim your light. Never get discouraged because someone wants you to live in fear and give up at the end of the day. When God is directing you the right way, at the end of the day, they don't understand how you recognize your faith. And you continue to show for yourself in the most healthiest way, regardless of your vocabulary. And you don't have malicious intentions at the end of the day to project harm towards your neighbor. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. I should reach down to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day, have a safe week, have a safe month, have a safe year, have a safe day. Protect your energy. Not everybody's meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. It's the thought process to me. Loving yourself is not a crime. I gotta go. Thank you for your time to the genuine ones only.